everybody. My name is Lewis. Um, I may be calling for my dog every once in a while because he's running around the park. I had to come down to the park because I'm staying with my brother and his son, and his son has two little kids, and it's not quiet in the house. So I came down here to make this video. I'm heading to Oregon in, next month, in early next month. Um, and I won't be traveling there alone. Well, I will be with my dog, but and what I mean by that is I'm being gang stalked. If none of you guys know about this, it's where the well, I didn't know this before. I thought it was uh, like the police or something. I worked at this house and ended up being I thought it was under surveillance, but it wasn't. It's actually they were being gang stalked, and they all had mental issues and stuff like this. And I think they do to people that that have mental issues. They go after them, so that's easier for them to write it off. So well, they're just crazy. Why would we be doing that? And well, because I went there, now I'm being gang stalked. It's like a freaking like a disease. It fucking went from them to me. And now it's been over 6 months or more. Actually, it's been more. I just recognized it around the 6 month mark of this, and then I can think back of the things that I saw, and it made sense to me, and I can remember people being in a certain location holding certain things, and I was wondering why, and now it makes sense, and I can kind of piece things together, parts that I wasn't sure about. They're using infrasound on me all the time. If you don't know anything about that, look online. Cops have it. Government really has them. I mean, more sophisticated type of infrasound. The sound waves, it's like the sound behind of a TV. You can hear them, kind of high pitched sound, and that's what they're doing now. They're got high pitch. They did it last night. It's causing me headaches and stuff like that. And they feed off of your feedback. Like if I tell somebody and they're listening on my phone, and they listen on my phone. Um, they will capitalize on that. And they'll use it. And so if they feel that they hear that you don't like something, they'll do it more. So yeah, don't do that. Um, they were using infrasound that I can actually feel, not hear, and it would make they even did it to my dog. They made him even pulsate. They'd make his body pulsate. They were making my insides vibrate, like my guts and everything. Um, really cold-blooded crap. Now, if anybody don't believe this, like the military says, information is power, and the more you know about your enemy, then the better. And the government is your enemy. You just don't know it yet. Um, I know it sounds crazy. I mean, I worked at Palomar Hospital for years, and I was a caretaker. They just don't hire crazy people at the hospital. They just don't do that. Okay, so this might sound crazy, but I'm not crazy. I'll put a couple videos in the description on this video, and I'll lead you to some places that they were ex-gang stalking specialists from the government, and they talk all about what they used to do or what they do now, and people are walking by, and I'll let you know more about that. Um, Uh, they use satellites and all that stuff, and on clear days like this, they seem to be more active. But during cloudy days where the satellites cannot track you, they lay low. There's some bizarre, freaky stuff that they have that they can use on you. You got to see these videos. You have to see these things. It's A guy used to do this, and he felt so bad about what they're doing to people, and they're slowly killing people. Slowly killing people. Hey, come here. So yeah, they're slowly killing people, and this, and it's kind of like what some of the guys say on the video, or a guy says on the video about the thing they use on you is kind of like microwave radiation, and it'll pretty much rot your teeth out, after time. Um, Sorry about the wind and everything. It's either I'm on that side with the sun facing toward the camera, or I'm with the wind. So I'm trying to use my hat to block out the wind part of it, but I don't want to block out my voice. And I've noticed before I even saw the video, I noticed that they use normal cars. These are all incidents that's happened to me, and I've noticed, and I got it to the point where I would talk like I am now, but without a camera, knowing that they're listening to me, and they are. They have. I'm just going to tell you a few devices that they use and certain techniques that they use that I've experienced already. In San Diego, I've noticed that they use all scenarios of like people. They'll use old people. They'll use handicapped people. They'll use, and I've seen these people. I've seen their vehicles. I've seen them. I've seen the cameras attached to their cars in numerous places in San Diego County, not just one block, but 50 miles away from that spot. I've seen them again at the same hotel that I'm at, and they have infrared, and night vision lights connected to their cars, and which you could see the white light. But anyhow, I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to translate the information. There's no way I can convince you. You just got to do your own homework and figure it out. I saw a guy online that was he showed a video of him looking out the window, and he was saying that they're going to get him. They're going to, the guys are after me, and I kind of felt that the guy wasn't on dope. He didn't look like he was on dope, and I've been down that road before, and he didn't look like it. And now oh no, don't fall bike. The wind's blowing so hard it's about to blow my bike over. Um, Oscar, come here. All right, well, now the wind's really blowing. My dog is going to go somewhere with the other dog, and the bike's going to blow over. Well, anyhow, there's a truck pulling a trash can. I don't know what's happening here. Let's see what this guy, look at this. Let's see. That truck was pulling a trash can. Yeah, big old dumpsters. Yeah, he got out to do something. I don't know. That was weird. So anyhow, Oscar, where are you? Oh, there you are. Good boy. You're such a good man. Come here, bud. Let me show you my dog here. This is Oscar. We're actually traveling around the country. We're actually traveling because of. Oh no, Oscar! I don't want to play right now. I know. I'm trying to get some video stuff done. Well, anyhow, traveling around because of what's happening to me. I'm just trying to get away from this, and it's following me everywhere. These people are so equipped. For example, I was going to try to get out of there one time. I ended up going to the hospital. I ended up falling down in a drain hole at night, and I went up to Palomar Mountain, and I was going to camp out, and my stepdad gave me a ride, dropped me off. Once he dropped me off, he was dropping me off, and I looked over the car, and I seen a motorcycle. There was several motorcycles that went up. This guy was by himself. He went up to the corner and stopped and just parked there and turned around over his shoulder and watched us. Well, let me back up. We went to Walmart to get some supplies, and we're down the aisle, and this guy and this lady, um, normal looking couple. They look kind and they look nice. They were, I guess, around their 40s, late 40s or so, looking on the end cap, but they weren't paying attention to what they were looking at. They were looking over at us, and I'm like, and and I told my stepdad, look, because he's not a believer of that stuff, and I'm not asking him to believe. I just want him to see, the reactions of these people, what's happening. So and they were looking at us, and I seen them several spots in the store watching us. So we got in the car, took our stuff, took off, and headed out to the mountain. And he was dropping me off, and I seen over the car the motorcycle pull over and was looking over his shoulder, watching us unload. Now, this was in the middle, and way out in the woods and stuff. So what's that guy doing? When my stepdad left, as soon as he left, and I couldn't hear his car anymore, I heard a whistle. Now, let me tell you, I've been out in this spot where I'm talking about for 12 years. I've been going there a lot. Never in my whole 12 years of being dropped off or parked there ever heard a whistle like that. That was another guy telling another guy that guy's gone, that my stepdad left. So I stashed all my stuff and I got on my electric bike and I took off. I went down a ways to this market that I know about down there. And it started getting dark. It was getting dark already. I didn't even have time to set up my camp before it got dark. So um, I got down there and I was at this market and I noticed, because I've been at that market many times, and I looked at the view and it's, at night, and I noticed that there was some extra lights out there, and I noticed that I noticed there was extra lights over there, so I was like, okay, so these cars were driving into the light, but so that was a object that might have been closer than what it appeared to be in the sky. So, um, then I was experiencing infrasound at that time too. They were projecting to me because I'm the only one out there really. There are cabins behind that. There's cabins behind it, behind the market and stuff. But that was pretty much it. Nothing out in the distance. Where I was looking was a lake, and the lake I didn't have any lights on the lake. There's no boats out there, and it's up in the sky anyway. And it was like in the distance you could see a highway, and those car headlights were going right into it, and that never happened before. Okay, so then I got on my bike after it charged up a little because I was charging at the market. So I took off. I went down about a mile or so, maybe a mile and a half, and it was like where the bikers hang out, and they party during the weekend. I went over there, and it's like a circle, and back in the back part of the circle, there's some shops, like bar and stuff like that. I went over there, and in the middle of that circle is a big old hole with some trees and a bunch of leaves in there. You can walk through that and crunching and all that. So we're hanging out over there, and it's kind of lit up over there, and I kept hearing a little crackling, and my dog zeroed in. Oscar did, and started growling. So I said, "Okay, something's not right." So I got on my bike again, and I took off. And somebody that was on one side of the tree jumped on the other side because I was riding by. I don't know who it was. I didn't know what was happening back then. That much, I went. I thought it was just, if it was a surveillance team, they wouldn't be that equipped. Of, I mean, so fast. Because the time I never talked about when I was going to go up there, it just happened. So they got us set up before I even got there somehow. I mean, it was all set up. Like when we were on our way, they were all on their way before we even, we went to the market. They were all on their way up there. That's how I'm taking it. So when we got up there, and then okay, so let me. So once I heard that noise, I took off on my electric bike. And our electric bike's quiet, but I broke my headlight, and it was leaning to the side, so it was kind of facing the ground to the side. And I was hauling butt. That thing jams. It goes like 60 miles per hour. So I'm flying with my dog on there, hauling butt. And then once I pass this, there's a hill, and there's like little uh, cave in, little areas, the dark areas that set back a little bit, and the mountain comes out and it goes back in. I was coming up to one and I was going to pass it, and I saw somebody with a headlight that was tucked back into one of those dark areas, and they shut it off right when they fucking saw me go by. And I'm like, oh, I got you, motherfucker. That's how you guys are fucking catching up to me. They were on a bike too, and they were dropping off the guy that was actually sneaking up on us at that little spot. And that's what they do. And so I took off and I went down a little ways and I went down this the the cliffside, and I laid my bike down and I laid down in the leaves and stuff underneath the trees, and I was hoping they would just ride by. Well, I'm looking down like this and I'm looking to the side, and the road's up here, and I'm looking to the side up into the trees, and I see lights, and these lights are moving. There's a big circle one out that big, and then there's a couple on the right side. If I'm facing it on the right side, there's a couple of little small ones. Well, come to find out, those were night vision lights, infrared, night vision, thermal, all on one drone. It's a drone sitting right there. It was hovering, moving back and forth, looking through the tree at me. That was the same thing I saw over by the market. That was the same thing I saw when I was running from freaking in Temecula, freaking miles away from that freaking place weeks ago. And so the guy that flies the drone, he drives a Jeep, a white Jeep with big tires. He has a big, huge beard, shaved head, and I know what all these people look like. I know what the girl looks like. There's several girls I've seen that I know that they're following me. I've seen them numerous different locations where I was at. I rented a $500 hotel room over in San Diego downtown, and they were there too. Um, so they definitely are gang stalkers. They're from the government, the SIS or ISI or whatever. Yeah, I think it's SIS or SMS. Um, I'll link the videos below to let you guys know about this. Uh, I wouldn't have all these details if I'm just making this stuff up. Okay, there's too many things, too many details I can freaking just bring up and tell you guys what's going on. Like in Oceanside, I had seen a white Prius, and um, it was outside my window in the back in a cul-de-sac area with a white little white light hot glued to the freaking bottom of the freaking between the two doors. You know, the front door and the back door. It's hot glued down here in the bottom, facing my freaking window. I saw the old man, 70 years old or so, get out of the car and get into a freaking white Camaro, brand new white Camaro, and with dark ass tinted windows, got in that and drove off. Left the car there. Weeks later, weeks, I went to Temecula, 50 miles away, in another hotel. I went there and I was getting hit by infrasound like a mother. So I went for a walk, taking off, and I do that so I can lure them out to see who it is, and it's worked for me a lot. So I leave, and I circle it back around. I see this girl standing out in the dark by herself. So I'm walking, and then she comes up behind me, and we talk. I said, you probably, if you're doing dope, you shouldn't be going to this hotel because there's fucking like cops or whatever here. I didn't know what they were at first. I thought they were cops, and I don't know why they would be watching me because I don't do anything. I don't fuck around dope. I don't drink. I don't do anything. I don't smoke cigarettes. Nothing. I don't even smoke weed, and that's legal. I don't do nothing. So I go around and we're talking, and she stops all of a sudden. I said, oh. And then I was like, okay, and I look down, I see the white Prius right there in front of me. So I went to the driver's side, I looked down at the bottom of the door, tapped that little freaking infra night vision light, freaking sitting hot glued between the two doors. I look up at her and she is beat red. Oh, yeah, you know this person, huh? You motherfucker. So she was one of them. What they do is they set people out in certain locations. Just sit there. And a young girl, small, sitting out in the dark by herself, yeah, that's one of them. Yeah. and they come in families. The family rented a hotel next door to me that day. I saw that Prius outside the back of my hotel. They rented the hotel next to me, the room, and just to freaking knock on the walls and slam the door, and they trying to keep you up all night. They can go. They have shift changes, so they can go home and go to bed. I don't get a shift change. You know what I mean? So they break you down. They're trying to break you down and kill you that way, slow. And there's so many bizarre things that I found out after this. And information is power. I bought myself an infrasound device. They infrasound me. I infrasound them back. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? An eye for an eye. If they mess with me, I go out and I tell at least 10 people about the situation. I go out and I spread the word. I have to. This is my new job, is to go out and bring awareness to the victims of for the victims of gang stalking. And that's what we are. We haven't done anything. I guarantee you most of these people haven't done anything. They attack people that have successful jobs, they have a good career. They end up quitting their job. Go get that squirrel. Go get, go. They end up quitting their job and leaving, and that's what the government wants you to do. They want you to leave and be. Uh, they want to work you against your family. So it's called um, uh, divide and conquer. That's what the military believes in, and that's what they're trying to do for people in America on our own grounds. And I bet you talk to most of the homeless people, and they'll tell you. And it's hard to believe them because they're all on dope, or most of them are on dope, or you might think that there's some kind of mental issues with them because they're talking this way, and you're like, oh yeah, they don't give a crap about us. And that's exactly what they don't. They don't care about us. Now you can take that in two different ways. They don't care enough about us to fuck with us. Wrong. That's all. Uh, I think they're using it. I don't know why they're using it, but I can speculate. I'm thinking that they're just using it um, to experiment on us, how their techniques work and how their tools work. But try to use it on some other country that fucking or something else. Why fuck do that to your own people? You know what I mean? And they use satellite. I actually saw with my own eyes after work, being a caretaker. I head back home. I'm a living for 4 days and I'm out for 3 days. So I'm heading to my house, and I was staying at my mom's because I had a divorce, and I was looking. You know how mobile homes are back to back. So I was heading home, and I stopped on the street next to mine, and I could see one street to the other between the two. And I stopped there, and I see a guy, young guy, and this is a senior park. A young guy standing there, dark hair, button-down shirt, black jeans, dress shoes, clean cut, look normal kind of guy. You never would have thought that he had an evil heart. He's sitting there holding a little device, looking down at it, like focusing on it. I noticed my location thing is on my phone is on, so I'm on an e-bike and that freaking flies. So I'm only right there. I mean, two linked mobile homes, and we're at the end of that block. So there's only four mobile homes, and I just go around, boom, down there, like 2 seconds. I get around there, he's gone, gone. I mean, I'm looking, and bam, I take off. Go around there, he's gone. No car, no nothing there, nothing. There's no way he can get anywhere away from me where we're at, because he'd have to go all the way down to the end and then make a left. There's no right. You have to make a left. There's no way he can get out of there as fast as I got around there. He would have to go down 30 mobile homes to make a turn, you know. And I would hear the car, there's no way he can make it. So he ran between the two homes and hid. I went and talked to old people, and there's nobody around here. But old people, they're sitting on their chair looking at TV. They're not paying attention to what's happening outside. Um, and my suggestion to you, if this is happening to you, do not, do not, I can't say it enough, do not tell your family. They'll, because that's what they're trying to do, divide and conquer. That's what the government wants you to do, divide you from your family, cause you to be crazy in their eyes, lose your job. Do not quit your job. Do not, do not quit your job. They want you to divide you and then solitary you. They want you to be fucking by yourself. They want to fucking go all out and do you wrong. My suggestion to you is to find a video that best suits you with what's happening to you on gang stalking. Find one, present that video to the public. Go out and spread the word. And then credify, like, you know, tell people that, okay, like I worked at Palomar Hospital for years. They don't hire people fucking wackos to work at Palomar Hospital. You can't work at a hospital. And I used to work in the places that they would lock the door for people that are crazy. I used to help them out. So no, I'm not even crazy. I'd be on the other side of that door. Okay. And so do not tell anybody there's people following you. Don't tell anybody that this is happening to you. What you need to do is you go tell them, okay, this is what I did for a living. I did it for years. I'm a victim of gang stalking. If you would go look at this video, then tell them the video, and then tell them go there, check it out. Don't try to convince them what's happening to you. Just tell them you're a victim, which is not a lie. You are a victim, and tell them a video to go to credify your claim. That best suits you, what's happening to you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm putting my video up that best suits what's happening to me. Um, they It's crazy. Um, I got better reactions from that, um, better feedback. People are actually going on and looking at that stuff and then sharing it out. And that's what you need to do. Um, don't go out there and tell them, "Oh my God, somebody's freaking crazy. They're following me." Nobody's going to spend the time or their effort and to go out and see if you're telling the truth. People they won't have the time for that. Like, I have all the time in the world now because I don't have a job because I fell right into their hole. I fell right into their freaking thing that they want me to do. They wanted me to have arguments with my family, did it. They wanted me to freaking quit my job, I did it. They wanted me to be freaking out and isolated, I am. Now I'm traveling all over the place, and my new job, thanks to the government, is to bring awareness to gang stalking. So maybe this was my calling. Maybe this is what I was supposed to be doing, is to bring awareness and help the victims that are not able to say what's going on. And now another reason why I'm making this video, because I am riding or going to Oregon. I'm taking a train because I'm figuring it's going to be uphill. So I'm going to take a train to Oregon, and I'm going to Klamath Falls. And I don't care if the government knows that because they already know. and I wanted, if anything does happen to me out there, accident or not, if it, I'm not, planning on injuring myself. Um, uh, so if something happens, I just hope that y'all know that I'm not the type of person that will go out and hurt anybody or hurt myself. Um, and I hope that people will look into the government of who's doing this, if something happens to me. Um, I'm sure they don't like the fact that I'm telling people, but I don't give a crap because I don't like the fact what they're doing to people now. So, you know what I mean? Why should I give a crap if they don't? So, and another thing, if you're in your home um, and you are saying to somebody and you're being gang stalked, this is how they're listening to you. I'm telling you, I've done it, I used it, and I heard them outside my house. Download a sound amplifier on your cell phone, on your Google Store, Play Store, whatever it is, whatever device you got. Download it. Okay? Sound amplifier. Have to have a headset. You can't use it without it. And, you know, tweak the adjustments to however you want to hear outside your window, outside your wall, even outside. When you go outside, you can actually hear them running off. It's pretty bizarre. I was sitting in my room and I downloaded that thing, and I heard crunch, crunch, and and the girl said he's got sound amplifier, and then they shut my freaking sound amplifier off, and I like what the hell, and I was using Wi-Fi, so because I was using Wi-Fi, they were able to shut my sound amplifier down. So so I was like Oscar. So I was like, okay, hold on, let me see if I find my dog real quick. Man, it's chilly, windy right now too. Anyway, so now they shut my sound amplifier off. So I switched over to my own internet on my phone, and then she goes, "Oh, he switched," and then they kind of amp it off, and I can hear them going over the wrought iron fence that was bordering our property, and she was eating sunflower seeds or pistachios or whatever it was that she was eating. She was eating something with a shell on it, you know. Um, so that's what you use. Use sound amplifier. You use that to listen in on that conversations and stuff. That's how they know where you're going and when you're going. They hear all that, and they'll know when you're getting up. They'll hear your bed, they'll hear your freaking couch, they'll hear your recliner clamp, and or and they're making note of everything that's going on in that home. One time I heard I was writing this before I was being gang stalked. I saw this couple on the side of the road, and I was riding by them, and it was in the dark, and they were by a telephone pole, and they were facing this house across the street, and the guy had a black box up to his eye, and it was pretty big, you know, and had a little green light at the front of it. Well, then I was like, oh, that's kind of sneaky crap, you know. They were looking like they were just a walking couple, but they, you know, they're that was probably gang stalkers, what that was right there. And and the guy had some weird border around his house. It kind of made sense now what's happening. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Now moving on months later, I was at my job being a caretaker, and I'm inside the house, and I see a green freaking thing going foop, foop through the windows and onto the walls and stuff. I'm like, what is that? Well, I did some research, and I found out that it's that box I was seeing that guy have, and it sweeps the house, and it shows images of what's in the house, but they see the images, but they wait for movement. So they sweep it until they see movement, and then they know there's somebody in there. And then they have another device that you can. It's like a, I don't know, I don't know. It's like about that big, and you press it up against the wall, and it does 3 clicks, and it shows images of what's on the inside the house, and it actually shows you in I don't know what it shows you, how it shows you. I'm imagining it's a white image like you see like on X-rays, because it makes that same noise. That when I worked at the hospital, it sounds just like that, and it shows you what's on the inside that house, inside that room, wherever that they do it at. They usually do it by the door to see if anybody's at the door, by the peephole or something like that. Um, they have that. Um, they have. So I'll just post a video. There's so many things that you should know about this. And if you feel that that video is freaking horrific, please share it. Okay, help these people out. Help me out. you know, um, I'm not asking you to believe me. Just you got to do your own homework. Um, but just don't look at one video. Look at as many videos as you can take. You know what I mean? And spread awareness of this freaking horrific freaking stuff that's happening to us. And I mean, I did not want to. I don't want to go and go out into the woods by myself. But I'm not going to stop my life because of these people. I have to keep moving. I have to do what I have to do. Yeah, I can't stay here in this town and just not travel. If I do that, I'm gonna die here. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna move on and take day by day. That's the way I have to do it and just deal with what they give me. I mean, obviously I can't leave it. I can't escape it. They got satellites. They got freaking tons of people. Uh, different kind of people. It's hard to tell who they are, and that's what causes people to go crazy because it's hard to figure out who they are. And they come in families, and they come in couples, they come in old, and they come in young. So it's really hard to figure out who they are, and I think this is where you get a lot of mass shootings and stuff happening, and I can see that happening to the point where they just they lose it. There's no way out for them, and they just want to out. You and that's what the government wants. You know, it's a scary truth, but it's out. It's for real. So um, I hope you guys take this video a grain of salt. You know, you know, kind of open your eyes, just open your mind. I know it's hard to believe the government's not doing this. you know, the government is crooked, crooked. Unfortunately, they're crooked. So, I talked long enough. My dog is sitting here going, "Can we leave now, Dan?" He's over here. Yeah, I know. You want to go, huh? You just want to go for a walk and all that stuff, huh? So, all right, guys. I'll post this up when I get Wi-Fi. I can't have a cell phone that has service because they track you on that. They listen to you on that. They watch through the camera on that. It's sad, but it's true, and that's the way it is. So, um, and if anything else changes, I'll let you guys know what's happening and everything. Oh my God. Man, I want to make sure I tell you guys everything. Yeah, and don't and if you're being gang stalked, don't call the police because they're gonna tell you you're crazy. Okay, don't call the police. They're not gonna help you. I've been to the police station. I went to the police station here only because I it's not in the area that it started in. If I did it there, they would freaking say you're fucking crazy. See on my eyes, I'm tired. They've been infrasounding me a lot. I hardly get any sleep, and but don't call the cops because they're not going to help you. Okay, they're just not going to. You have to do this on your own. And you have to do it smart. You can't go out running out and just say people are following me. Okay, you can't do that. Don't do that. Okay, that just makes you look more crazy. Um, I have done it. I tried it. I've been there, and I'm taking a different approach. I have to think about how to present this to people that because you're coming out off the wall, off the street, going, "Hey, you know, this and that." But if you sit there and you freaking run up to somebody and I'm being followed, they're doing infrasound, and you do that, they're not gonna listen. I mean, they're not. There's people out there that are so closed-minded that will not listen, and then they'll think the government will never do that to you. Well, the government is doing that to you, but you have to tell them in a way that it doesn't sound too crazy, and that they're not in danger just talking to you. I mean, they're not in danger because of talking to you, but you got to tell them so they're not scared. Just tell them to look at a video, like I said. Look at a video. and you make your own decisions of, you know, you want to share it or not. You know, and I hope to God people share it because this is so cruel that they're doing to people. Um, you know, I have I have never hardly had a whole lot, but you know, um, so I've had nothing many times, and you know this ain't nothing new, but this is the the thing that they're doing to you is crazy. You know, that's new for me, being tortured that way. It's really tough. But and don't say everything out loud on your where your phone is. Like I'm on my phone, but I don't have a SIM card in it. This is a phone I just videotape with, and then I go find Wi-Fi and I put video up. I don't have a service phone. I have one, but it's at home. So, and I won't take it with me while I'm riding around. They will have to do their job and follow me if they want to find me instead of just looking on the GPS. You know. So, all right. Well, I have kids over here spying on me, so I don't want to talk all that crap with them sitting there. So, all right, guys. Talk to you later.